For many businesses, the potential for their operations to be disrupted is a high priority at the moment. According to the results of our white paper, The Age of Disruption, CFOs as Champions of Change, based on the American Express CFO Future-Proofing Survey 2015, 67% of CFOs say disruption is happening in their industry. Moreover, 50% of CFOs say disruption has a negative impact on their businesses, while only 20% say disruption is positive. To get a feeling for how CFOs are approaching this important trend, we asked them about their perspective on disruption at our event Profit. We received some fascinating responses. Let's take a look at what the CFOs told us.
What we found incredibly insightful was where people are thinking disruption is coming from. So it's certainly coming from local competitors. A distant second and third was new market entrants from overseas and existing international competitors. But what really surprised me, that only 9% of CFOs are saying that technology is a key disruptor.
For me, it's about having the right technology, the right people around you who are very good at their craft, and a good listening ear to what's happening in the industry, so that you can listen to their needs and move quickly, being nimble and being there first.
Businesses should expect disruption in a changing world. So part of it is that you can never rest on your laurels. Things are always changing. You've always got to be on top of it. You've got to have a growth mindset and be flexible about how you manage a business on a daily basis.
I've only been with Sanzar just a few months, and I've noticed that since I'm from New Zealand, since I've been in Australia, I've noticed that rugby union is not quite so popular over here. We've got some competitors like rugby league, AFL, and the likes of those sorts of sports. So those are the sort of factors that we have to look at to compete.
We're embracing it, obviously. It's been phenomenal in terms of being able to go into these markets that have been established for so long and give, obviously, the customers a new solution, and just to see the appetite for that. So I think there's a lot of opportunity out there within Australia to be able to disrupt those bigger companies.
Some significant disruptions that we see in our growth is consumer confidence. How confident is our consumers in their ability to give sustainably and recurringly into the future?
It is disruptive in our industry because typically the waste generators deal with one of the big four, or they deal with a wheels-based business or a company that owns a landfill. So the way they promote their services is very biased, and we try to position ourselves in the middle, and that gives us a point of difference in the market, therefore disruptive.
What we're seeing, disruption and growth have a correlation. Those that saw disruption as negative, having slow growth rates, we found about 30% of CFOs haven't had growth in the last 3 years, and these are the ones that aren't predicting growth in the year ahead. On the alternate side, CFOs that felt disruption was positive are seeing great growth rates. 50% of these were seeing single-digit growth rates, and 30% are seeing double-digit growth, but it's growth nonetheless. So that direct correlation between growth and embracing disruption.